still itself to fulfill the purpose.
Emergency alarms are also being set up as the meetings, dialogues happened, they desired it, that also is being done. All amount has been, finances have been sanctioned for that purpose.
Has biometric access features been installed, in the restrooms of and the critical areas?
If that has been procured now, then that will also be by 31st October. We'll indicate that also has been.
So where will they be installed? The biometric facilities?
In the restrooms, duty rooms, and wherever the outsiders are not allowed to go.
Have you seen the affidavit which has been filed by the state of West Bengal?
We have.
I've just received it. No, just received it.
My lords, I've had a chance to look through it, even though we just received it.
They have now indicated that insofar as the 28 medical colleges other than Ajikor are concerned, they've given us the statistical and breakdown. Additional demands were placed for 893 duty rooms in see page 2 and 3. They've given us
যে দাবি করা হচ্ছিল, যে অভিযোগ করা হচ্ছিল খুন ও ধর্ষণে অন্যদের ভূমিকা, যেমন তথ্য প্রমাণ লোপাটে সন্দীপ ঘোষ এবং প্রাক্তন ওসি টালা থানার অভিজিৎ মণ্ডল, তাদের ভূমিকা নিয়ে প্রশ্ন তুলছিলেন জুনিয়র ডাক্তাররা এবং তারা দাবি করছিলেন কেন চার্জশিটে নেই তাদের নাম। সেটা বলা হলো খুন ও ধর্ষণের ঘটনায় অন্যান্যদের ভূমিকা এখনো তদন্ত সাপেক্ষ, অর্থাৎ এই ভূমিকা নিয়ে সিবিআই আরও তদন্ত করবে, তারপরে আবার স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট। প্রধান বিচারপতির বেঞ্চে নিউজ 18 বাংলায় যারা চোখ রেখেছেন তাদের জানাই, খুন ও ধর্ষণ ও খুনের আর্জিকর ধর্ষণ 9 অগস্টের যে ঘটনা, ভয়াবহ ঘটনার সুপ্রিম কোর্টে সওয়াল জবাব শুনানি চলছে। ষষ্ঠ শুনানি, পঞ্চমবার 5 বার স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট দিল সিবিআই এবং সেই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট তার সঙ্গে ন্যাশনাল টাস্ক ফোর্সের রিপোর্ট সবটাই খতিয়ে দেখছে প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ। আর্থিক দুর্নীতির বিষয়েও রয়েছে স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্টে। চার্জশিট দেওয়া হয়েছে 7ই অক্টোবর সিবিআইয়ের পক্ষ থেকে শিয়ালদা আদালতে। সেই চার্জশিটে সঞ্জয় রায়ের নাম রয়েছে। তাছাড়া সন্দীপ ঘোষ বা অভিজিৎ মণ্ডলের নাম নেই কেন, এই নিয়ে বারবার অভিযোগ করছিলেন জুনিয়র ডাক্তাররা। তারা রাজভবনে রাজ্যপালের কাছেও ডেপুটেশন দিয়েছেন গতকাল, যদিও এখনো পর্যন্ত খুন ও ধর্ষণের ঘটনায় অন্যান্যদের ভূমিকা এখনো তদন্ত সাপেক্ষ। এবার ন্যাশনাল টাস্ক ফোর্সের রিপোর্ট পড়ছেন বিচারপতিরা। আরজিকর মামলায় সুপ্রিম শুনানি চলছে। ডিওয়াই চন্দ্রচূড়ের প্রধান বিচারপতি ডিওয়াই চন্দ্রচূড়ের বেঞ্চ।
So, Solicitor, what is the position of the task force actually?
Look, the task force has received some suggestions. If your lordships can only come to page 8. Page 8 of my affidavit, your lordships have?
Yes.
Yes. Page 8, para 11. It is submitted that approximately 7,688 hospitals, medical establishments submitted their response.
This is on that questionnaire which was floated.
Yes.
But you have now constituted 4 subgroups of the task force.
Yes.
By your OM dated. By your OM dated 5th of September 2024.
Correct, my lord. That,
Now, between 5th of September and today, what has happened?
well, your lordships would find that on page 4, para 8.
টাস্ক ফোর্সের
Last meeting was 9th of September, but para 8.
But after 9th September, what has the task force done? No meeting after 9th?
No meeting after
Then
that. The last meeting was.
Then on the 15th of October.
Last meeting was 9th of September.
So why is there no progress between the 9th of October and today?
But I can request them to expedite because the secretary is only secretary to the body. But the work appears to be humongous. If your lordship sees para
So
A,
we see that because they have collected data from all over the country.
that's in hundreds and thousands. For example, para A, just read my lord for
But,
your consideration.
The task force must expedite the work because
My lords are right. My lord, I bow down. 1,700 inputs and suggestions have been received so far, out of which approximately 37 associations and 1,500 individuals, including hospitals, have submitted their inputs. These inputs are being segregated and categorized for consideration of the concerned subgroups constituted under the National Task Force. And my lord, page 8, we have said, my lord, that total responses are 7,688 and 4,990 from state government and 2,436 from private sector and other categories 183. But this would be I think whatever now the task force does, it would be a long-lasting solution, it seems. Therefore, they are also taking their time, going into each of the suggestion inputs, etc.
Order of this, pursuant to the order of this court dated 20 August 2024, the Union government issued an office memorandum on 21 August 2024, constituting a national task force
টাস্ক ফোর্স কতটা কাজ করতে পারলো তা জানতে চাইলেন প্রধান বিচারপতি।
at the first meeting of the MTF, which was held on 27 August 2024, 4 subgroups have been constituted to engage with stakeholders and to submit and to prepare their recommendations on the following issues. A. Strengthening infrastructure of medical institutions. B. Strengthening security systems in medical institutions. C. Revamping working conditions of healthcare professionals. And D. Strengthening of legal framework across all states. The meeting of all the conveners and member secretaries of the subgroups was held on 9 September 2024. Pursuant to the directions which were issued on 22 August 2024. A web link has been created on the website of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare for seeking inputs of various stakeholders. About 1,700 inputs and suggestions have been received, comprising of 37 associations and 1,500 individuals, including hospitals. Pursuant to the directions contained in the judgment dated 20 August 2024, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare shared a questionnaire to all states, stroke UTs, in pursuance thereof. 7,688 hospitals, stroke medical establishments have submitted their responses. These are being evaluated. by the subgroups. Presently, it appears that the National Task Force has not made any, neither the National Task Force nor the subgroups have made any substantial progress in compliance with the, in pursuant to the remit set in the orders of this court, in the order of this court. Stop. The Solicitor General has accepted that no meeting appears to have been held since the first week of September 2024. Full stop. We are of the view that the Union government must make proactive efforts, where almost 90, some cases 98% or 90% of the work is done, and they are anticipating that will be completed the latest by the 25th of October. For Ajikor also, they have said that they will complete the entire work by 25th of October.
31st.
My lords, many of our doctors are government doctors. They are in these hospitals. We have checked with them before, and we have also confirmed after this affidavit arrived, because they are all, watching and available, and nowhere near this level. Some beginning has been made, but nowhere near this level of work has been done. And my lords, we do have documents that we have placed on record. Could we pass it over, what, Master Sir? That demonstrate perhaps the reason why. And the reason why, my lords, may see at PDF, I beg your pardon, my lords, please hand over.
We have annexed photographs and
Page
all.
61, my lords. You've all been served, but whatever copies we have can be handed over, please.
Then you can.
It's all been served 2 days.
Apart from the statistical details, the budgetary outlays, they've also provided photographs in Annexure A to the work which is being
And we
carried
are
out.
constantly in touch with the doctors' associations and committees formed, and so they are inspecting their.
My
Can be
lords, may
verified
see-
only in the spot.
My lords, if I may just point out, and then of course,
Page
there will
60
be a
onwards.
response. My lords, at page 59, for example,
Of their affidavit.
no, 59 of the application that I have handed over. If my lords may look at, that is where the document begins. At page 60, or rather at page 59, the bottom of page 59, it says that administrative approval is for 3 crores 35 lakhs 56,714 only. For example, this is the name of the project is Supply, Installation, Testing and Commissioning of CCTV Surveillance System and Allied Infrastructure for the NRS Medical College and Hospital at AJC Bose Road, Kolkata. Now, my lords may see that the amount.
There are
chargeable
300 such
accounts-
AFS which have been.
If I may
Not
just
only.
finish. The amount is ₹1 for 2024-2025. And for 2025-2026, the amount is 3 crores 35 lakhs 56,713. This is not an isolated document, my lords. My lords may have the next
Why have you
page.
said for 24-25 that the budget is ₹1?
There are about 8
Yes,
documents. And these are their documents. my lord.
yes.
There are 300 plus such works which have been sanctioned by us. Total cost 300, like this AFS is nothing, it stands for Administrative Approval and Financial Sanctions. There are 300 such works have been sanctioned. Each bear somewhere it will bear 56 lakhs, somewhere it will 3 crores. Sum total of all that stands today at 123 crores. Since this work was given to us on, suddenly this work has come, so the budgets towards the end of the year, it is reappropriated. So I have that power to reappropriate from one head to another. So it will, for a software system, it will say 24-25 rupees one or something, but as the work progresses, we reappropriate and pay the money. Works are on, contractors have worked and they will also be paid, sir.
Anyway.
It as a shagun, Malo. 1 rupee usually.
No, but why don't you?
Lucky Shagun, my lord.
But ultimately, look, they have disclosed data. They have also indicated through photographs what is the nature of the work which is being carried out. We can't merely ignore what they have said on affidavit because they said that on affidavit. At the most, we can say that, look, let this be verified. We can ask somebody to verify what is the nature of the work which is being done. That's
Right
all.
now, Bengal is the only state.
My lord,
which is
perhaps a
doing
local
it. All
commissioner
other
could be
states can't
appointed
done
or
at all.
something. I mean, we are being told by our 25,000 doctors that the work is not being done at this scale.
যে রিপোর্ট জমা পড়েছে রাজ্যের সেই রিপোর্ট ঠিক নয় বললেন ডাক্তারদের আইনজীবী, সিনিয়র ডাক্তারদের আইনজীবী। সেখানে কিছুই হয়নি কাজ, এরকমটাই দাবি করলেন ডাক্তারদের আইনজীবী। যদিও প্রধান বিচারপতি
An
বললেন
affidavit has been filed by the Principal Secretary in the Department of Health and Family Welfare of the Government of West Bengal. Full stop. The affidavit indicates that the state government has sanctioned work worth rupees 123 crores, of which a substantial part has been completed. Full stop. The updated status of the ongoing and completed work for 28 medical colleges have been tabulated in a chart in a table which is reproduced below. Page 2 को AA copy कर दीजिए. As regards the status of the ongoing work in Ajikar Medical College, the affidavit contains the following tabulation. Page 3 को EB copy कर दी. Mr. Rakesh Dwivedi, then senior counsel, has assured the court that all the ongoing work at the 28 medical colleges.
We are being told by our 25,000 doctors that the work is not being done at this scale.
প্রধান বিচারপতি জানালেন যে রাজ্যের তরফে সাবমিট করা এফিডেভিটকে ভুল বলে দেওয়া যায় না।
By 31 October 2024. Full stop. Apart from the above steps, it has been indicated that the state government has constituted, bracket 1, a state-level grievance redressal committee, semicolon, a state-level committee for security audit, district-level committees for security audit, a district-level committee for security audit. Full stop. It has been stated that an initial round of security audit has been completed. Stop. An additional 1,514 security personnel have been approved for deployment in the medical colleges and hospitals, of which 910 would be female security personnel. Stop. The verification of antecedents and necessary training is stated to have been completed in the case of 616 security personnel, brackets comprising of 328 female and 288 male security personnel. Apart from the above steps, the affidavit indicates that the state government has, by an order dated 1 October 2024, reconstituted the Rogi Kalyan Samiti of different medical colleges and has rolled out an integrated hospital management system which has 1,013 government hospitals reporting thereon. Stop. It has been stated that the IHMS envisages capturing every step of patient treatment through online OPD ticket booking, e-prescriptions, drug dispersals from drugstores and pharmacies, and online discharge. full stop. The state government has also taken steps on a pilot basis for monitoring real-time bed availability and online centralized referral systems.
Centralized referral system and a digital bed vacancy monitor.
Any timelines? Well, is there any timeline for that integrated system?
The
Previous
report shall be
appears to me
apprised-
that there's
the
no
report shall
time.
be apprised in a
As
period
per
of
their
3 weeks
demand.
from the date. The report shall be
Well,
apprised within 3 weeks
Well, may I just make one
of the
small,
further progress which
Well,
is made in commissioning these facilities.
a small comment on the integrated system?
Yes,
Well, we welcome the
The pilot
integrated.
project is already going on in this.
that we have recorded. We have saw that in your affidavit.
No, just hear me for a second. It is the demand of the doctors has been for an integrated system. And we are happy to note that an integrated system will be put in place. However, my lord, the real issue is referrals are made to hospitals which are incapable of handling an emergency. So the integrated referral system must ensure that the referral which is made is to a hospital which has the adequate expertise, the adequate doctors, the adequate equipment. What is happening is references are being made to hospitals which don't have this. That's why the patient gets upset. It's not about the doctors getting upset. It's
the
the
pilot
patient who
project
gets
is
upset.
on and
Please allow me to
the
finish.
timeline of
But
what-
please allow me to finish. This is not fair. What is happening is the patients are getting upset.
Still
because
not
the
in
big-
place.
Will you please allow me to finish? Well, the patients are getting upset because referrals are made to the wrong hospitals which don't have the capacity. And then they take out their anger on the doctors who are on duty. So all I'm saying is when they make this integrated referral system, they must ensure that the reference is made to a hospital which has a free bed. Sometimes referrals are made to hospitals which don't have a free bed. Secondly, that the referral has the necessary expertise to deal with a particular ailment. And thirdly, that a doctor is available with that specialization. Then the patient will be satisfied. If the patient is satisfied, the doctor will not be attacked. That is the real problem.
Kindly have page
So
9.
patients, it's about the patients not getting what they want.
Since the integrated hospital management system is being rolled out by the state government,
We completed by 1st November.
and is expected to be completed by 1 November 2024, the state government shall take due steps to ensure that the IHMS inter alia factors in bracket 1 the availability of free beds, bracket 2 the availability of expertise in the medical health facility, and bracket 3 the availability of doctors with the requisite specialization.
And in medicine, my lord, sometimes medicine is not available.
And we have said facility.
Yes, my lord, very well.
Many things
Medical
have to be solved at
facilities
the
will
ground
include
level.
They have
everything.
not made that broad suggestion. That is a valid point that they have made.
Appreciate, Lord, but it has to be resolved there. Lord.
Right, we've flagged it, that's all.
Appreciate, Lord.
Malad, just one
Lords, in this
suggestion.
regard,
I
just
do not
one
know
more
whether
suggestion.
The affidavit, they have said with regard to CCTV being installed in the lifts. And the reason I'm telling your lordship is because of a horrific incident that took place in the Calcutta High Court, where one of a a junior who had just joined was molested by a court staff inside the lift. The Kolkata police came, they did not arrest him. He was allowed to go, and subsequently he surrendered and he was granted bail. The Calcutta High Court otherwise is completely covered except for 1 or 2 dark spots which are not covered. But the lifts were not covered. And this poor girl was molested inside the lift. So it's just a suggestion that they should also install CCTV in the lifts, which is very, very important.
You've heard the point, just take note of it. The officers are
I have something to say, Lord. I have a serious objection, Lord, this off the cuff, Lord, without
That's all right.
They're just giving a suggestion.
You've heard the
just to go on the media thing.
This is not to the media.
This is one second, let's not get lost in this. Suggestion has been made. It's been made within the hearing of everybody. We have not passed any directions. The officers are here. Let them just bear it in mind, that's all.
Lords, there is one more suggestion and it's not off the cuff. This is in our prayer. We are seeking a digital bed vacancy
I've already pointed
monitor
out.
outside each medical college.
We've just flagged that while passing an order on the IHMS. We've dealt with the availability of beds.
Yes, my lord, it was.
My lords, may
That's why we flagged that. Ms. Jaising just made the point.
the
We
bed
also flagged it.
monitor as long as it's there, my lord. My lord, just one more thing I didn't want to interrupt while my lords were dictating the order. Is that the notification setting up the security audit committee is in front of me, and it includes only various officials, bureaucrats, selected by the state government. We are not saying disband it, we are not saying replace it, my lords. We are saying if the representatives of the senior doctors and the junior doctors may be on that committee and work together to verify that the work is being done and constructively make suggestions, then it would only be
But
to
they
the
have to be
benefit.
at work for them to be in a committee which will look at their suggestions, right? If they are not at work, how would,
They are all at work, my lords. My lords, they are all at work.
They have joined now.
all right.
They are all at work.
Except seven, there is a relay
Back to
strike,
work.
hunger strike of 7 doctors going on, but we'll handle that.
All right.
My lord.
Just consider this, that on the security audit committee,
What they are wanting, Malad, is that they're given a meeting. We are constantly meeting the doctors and doing what they are wanting as far as possible. But
My
what
lords,
they are
that
wanting
is
is that to
not
hold
true.
elections, Malad, in every hospital. That is
second,
not.
my
My
lord,
lords, if we may just make our
My lord,
submission,
we
and
have-
There
then
can't be elections.
Trivedi may, of course,
We
must
have this,
respond.
Mr. Rakesh Reddy, then Senior Counsel appearing on behalf of the state of West Bengal, has assured the court that the representatives of the state government are continuing to be in active contact with the doctors,
That's right.
so that all steps which are being taken to upgrade the infrastructure will duly factor in the concerns of the doctors.
And any doctor can come up, Malad, and tell.
We made that.
But my lords, then we will place before my lords, and then we don't want to trouble my lords. If we can just be on the committee, my lords, and that will be helpful.
I think we'll get on.
Trouble, I will trouble.
Mr. Sybil, anything else now for this time?
Wanted to file a status report on behalf of the Calcutta policeman. Yes. Just take it on record.
Look, your lordship will now kindly hear me for a few
It's
minutes.
circulated already, Madam. That's all.
My lord,
This is doing what, Malad? Because
We are investigating.
Mr. That is the acrobat.
Yes, that investigation is going on. Therefore, I don't want to make an issue of it.
my lord, may I just be permitted to say a few words?
Have you given a copy to the
Yes.
solicitor?
No, Madam, this is a status report. Don't give a copy.
My lord,
Investigation is going on.
This petition. I have no difficulty with those.
what is it?
The court will ask. Therefore.
What is he submitting? We don't-
কলকাতা
We
পুলিশের
don't
পক্ষ
make
থেকে একটি স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট
situation.
রাজ্যের আইনজীবী কপিল সিব্বল তিনি তুলে ধরলেন প্রধান বিচারপতি ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে কলকাতা পুলিশের তদন্ত যেভাবে চলছে সেই তদন্তের স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট এই মুহূর্তে প্রধান বিচারপতি ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে পরিকাঠামো নিয়ে
My lords, there's just one more issue.
Yeah.
This is the Ratire Shathi issue that my lords had said that due to the fact,
Yes,
may I?
yes.
Due to the fact that there was a civic volunteer that is the main accused, that the band of civilians that they are recruiting, that they should consider and perhaps disband. They have doubled down on that. And they have various notifications that I have placed in my application. Now, my lords, if I may point out the fact, they won't deny the fact that they have doubled down on that. But if I may point out the Calcutta High Court order that they are violating in this regard, saying that no law and order functions may be discharged by civic volunteers and such civilians. This court in Nandini Sundar also said that SPOs must be disbanded and that civilians cannot discharge these functions, my lord. So, my lords, we have placed 3 or 4 orders, if my lords will permit, to set aside then the Ratire Shati scheme. We have placed the application. If they would like to respond to it, we're happy to argue it on another date or today, whatever, my
Nobody
lords.
is being now recruited in the manner in which, Lord, that person, Lord, who is involved in the crime was recruited. He was not recruited under the Private Security Agencies Regulation Act 2005, under which all the hospitals in India, Lord, including the public hospitals in Delhi, Lord, they are all recruiting under this act, which is an act, Lord, which is meant for having the security agencies employed. which security agencies are licensed, and pursuant to that, my lord, they are employed. So now all recruitments are being done under this act as everywhere, my lord. So it's a central act, not our act, my lord.
My lord,
And
this,
uniformly being applied everywhere in the entire country, my lord.
my lord, this act was interpreted.
Private Security Agencies Regulation Act 2005. I've got a copy of this.
প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে শুনানি চলছে এবং সেই শুনানিতে রাজ্যের হাসপাতালগুলির পরিকাঠামো উন্নয়ন নিয়ে রাজ্য যা যা জানিয়েছে তা জানালেন মন্তব্য পর্যবেক্ষণে প্রধান বিচারপতি ডিওয়াই চন্দ্রচূড়, এবং সেখানে কতদিনের মধ্যে সব কাজ শেষ হবে, 31শে অক্টোবরের মধ্যে কাজ শেষ হবে আরজি করের পরিকাঠামোগত উন্নয়নে।
General.
It's really for the recruitment of private security guards. We had this in Maharashtra, I remember, called the Maharashtra Private Security Guards Regulation of Employment and Welfare Act. The first act in the country.
Like this group 4, etc.
Recruited for private security.
At the home residential.
But they are now saying they're not recruiting anybody under this act at all.
My lord, in their affidavit, which we have somehow managed to read.
Why don't you do this? Next time you want to argue something, give everybody some notice of an application. Otherwise, we keep on springing up issues like this.
My lords, we served it 2 days ago. We served it 2 days
allow
ago.
governments to function, we can't take over their powers over here. I mean, we are overall exercising some control, we are supervising, monitoring, because a very serious accident took place, very serious incident took place, sorry. But let them do their work on the ground and come back to us, report to us on the next.
My lords, just on this point, if my lords may then ask them, number one, are they recruiting such people? Because in para 5 of the
They
affidavit.
are not recruiting anybody under the Act of 2005.
No, we are recruiting under 2000. Earlier it was,
My
they were
lords,
being.
private security, why should they recruit under the Act of
Under
2005?
administrative orders, they were being recruited. And they were not,
Private
they
security,
were mainly meant, this gentleman who is, and I am using this expression, gentleman is not yet convicted. So he was not recruited not under this act. He was recruited under the government notifications, administrative orders issued by the police. So now they were not meant, he was not posted even in the hospital. So it's not that somebody who is deliberately chosen and posted in the hospital, he has done something other than he was not being supervised. So that was
My lord, the CBI charge sheet said he was.
With these civic volunteers of the sort that.
They are not.
In their current affidavit, they have said so, my lords. In their current affidavit.
This act.
How many such civic volunteers do you have in West Bengal?
1,514 at last
We
count.
have given the figures which your lordships have mentioned in the order, Lord.
But how are they recruited? Who recruits them actually?
This is now under the security agencies, Lord.
So these 1,500 civic volunteers whom you have, who recruits them? What are their qualifications?
So it is the security agency which recruits.
Kolkata police.
They are either the
recruiting them, my lord.
Where notification
Private security
civic volunteer was
agencies,
appointed,
they recruit.
and that notification
Private
was under
security
challenge before
agencies
the Calcutta
possibly
High
are
Court.
registered under this.
So this civic
Act.
volunteer,
The people are not selected
this
by the
person who committed the crime was a civic volunteer supposedly.
Yes.
Now,
Civic volunteer.
under what was he recruited?
But they recruited through a notification, my lord.
That's a government
My lord.
They were recruited under this government.
And that
order.
notification was under challenge before Kolkata High Court, my lord.
Administrative level by the police, Lord. They were not.
My lord. Sorry.
was posted at the hospital.
Still continuing with
No,
that.
they are not being
All
recruited,
their affidavit,
posted in
my
the
lord,
hospital.
at para 5.
All posting in the hospital.
He was posted in the hospital.
But are you
To be on hunger strike. Now, I want to just leave you, my lord, with a thought and a suggestion. We are all interested that this hunger strike be withdrawn because we are worried about the health of these doctors. Now, my lord, I want to point out to one letter which is annexed at page 90 of my learned friend Ms. Karuna's application. I will just read the relevant passage to you.
please tell us what it is about?
I'll tell. It's addressed by the state of West Bengal. No, it's addressed to the state of West Bengal, my lord. And it says, election to students' unions have not been conducted since the year 2022. Now, my lord, your lordship will take it from me. The law prescribes the conduct of elections annually by the university. My lord, your lordship will take it from me that the cause of what has happened in RG Corps is the fact that from 2022 onwards, no student elections have been held. And as a consequence, nominated people, my lord, nominated people from different political parties are performing the role which a student union would otherwise perform. This is the cause of what has happened in RG Corps. Favoritism and threat culture is coming from this absence of complying with statutes. The law says you shall hold a student election every year, and that's the responsibility of the state, of the university.
Ms. Jaising, our entering into this area would be far beyond the campus.
One minute, in that case, I have a request to make, please.
Can we concentrate on the child
Please,
death?
I have a request to make.
Lord, where are we
My
leading?
lord, I'm sorry, allow me to finish. My lord, I have a request, to make.
Overboard.
That is, we would be expanding the ambit of a proceeding.
Yeah, well, allow me to make a request. 1 minute, please. My lord, please, I'm concluding, allow me if they don't interrupt. My lord, allow me to make a request.
Any release which you want to seek in that regard before the bench under 226, you can move to
Yes,
the High Court.
your lordship may give me liberty.
Where the High Court.
Your lordship, be satisfied with that order. Your lordship may kindly.
Not to give any
No,
liberty.
my lord.
It's open.
No, my lord, I have filed an application in this court. The argument will be it's pending in the Supreme Court.
If nobody will-
I just want that clarification.
That is happening.
I want that clarification
You withdraw
that
the
they can go to the High Court.
You withdraw your application so that you can pursue your remedies in accordance with law.
I'll do that.
My lords, very
One thing.
briefly, the task force.
They give the court master the number,
Second,
he'll
let
permit
me
you to
finish.
withdraw the application.
One second. My lord, just hear me out.
Very horrific.
No, this is not right.
They are
This kind of
belittling the whole
Ms.
exercise.
Jaising, we are not going to enter into the field
I
of elections.
understand.
For student union bodies, that's not the remit of this proceeding.
I understand what is being put to me, but before you pass an order saying withdraw the application, your lordship may say withdraw
There
the
is no
prayer
application record.
in the application for the conduct of an election. There are other prayers which
My
will
lord, that might be
remain.
a good solution. To
Which
just
may
that
remain.
one line to say that prayer is
Withdraw the
withdrawn.
prayer in the application for the conduct of elections so as to enable the petition applicants to pursue such remedies that are available.
My lords, I am
With the
also.
High Court, with liberty.
All right, now follow out Jet Airways, we have a.
I am also. I'm withdrawing the same prayer. I am withdrawing the same prayer.
I have a rather pressing, but I'll make a
I'm
very brief.
withdrawing the same prayer. My lords has allowed.
With respect to the police commissioner's revelation of the identity of the victim, your lordship had not passed an oral order, and told the other side to go to the Calcutta High Court and say that this is within their remit and not within your lordship's remit. But unfortunately, I didn't think I'd have to come back after your lordship was so clear about it. But unfortunately, my lord, when we went back to the Calcutta High Court, and the Calcutta High Court has passed an order now saying, in view of what was said, we need a clarification. What was said, told to the High Court by Ms. Guruswamy on that day was that the application is not disposed of. It's still pending.
Now they've withdrawn the application.
No, my
No, no.
lords, intervention applications are pending here before my lords.
But that's what they do. Intervention applications can't prevent the High Court from assuming jurisdiction over.
But now, we kindly see the High Court's order.
My lord, the High Court is very hesitant and quite understandable.
Yes.
You are aggrieved by an order of the High Court, challenge it in an SLP.
No, I'm not agree by the order.
We are not going to allow orders of the High Court to just be shown to us and we.
No,
Not
my lord, that's not the point. What do I do, my lord? My lord, I came to this.
And
To
applications are.
file, if the High Court rejects the petition,
They haven't rejected the petition. They've asked for a clarification. They say, please see, my lord.
they're not going to issue any clarification on the data.
But then what do I do, my lord? This is a serious matter. Please see.
You invite an order of dismissal, come here, we'll deal with the matter.
But they're not dismissing it.
We are not going to
My
short
lord,
the order of the.
yes, my lord, please see, it's a short order.
You can show the lights.
Here,
I can show your lordship the live streaming of what is happening.
we have copies of the order.
Where the High Court?
But this is why I asked your lordship to just put it in the order last time.
They have interventions here. They filed writ petitions there. They filed responses 20 minutes before the hearing.
This is obfuscation by Ms. Guruswamy and it's not fair to me.
আরজি করে ছাত্র সংসদ নির্বাচন নিয়েও উঠল প্রসঙ্গ ইন্দিরা জয়সিং এর কথায়, সেখানে থ্রেট কালচারেও প্রসঙ্গ উঠল, কিন্তু প্রধান বিচারপতি কলকাতা হাইকোর্টে যেতে পরামর্শ দিলেন। এবং এই মামলার ব্যাপ্তি আরো বেড়ে যাবে বলে পর্যবেক্ষণ প্রধান বিচারপতি এই প্রসিডিং এ যাবেন না।
Because this matter, only because this matter is pressing, my lord, there is a serious violation by a chief.
See what we can do with that.
Yes.
Given a next week, my lords, of November 6th for us to file our
We are heading for an interview. We'll close the proceeding here. We've spent enough time. We have a half an hour now.
But not may I just obligement. But not may I just
Indicating the next date.
Ma'am,
In 3 weeks, we'll take it up after the Diwali holidays.
very
Lord, there are two issues of immense public importance that.
On the next date, please. On the next.
Very well, very well.
My Lord, may I just renew my request at liberty to approach the High Court? I don't want to be stuck, my Lord. I don't want to
We have said, if you want to do that, to pursue your remedies in accordance with law, we have said that.
Very well, my Lord. Much obliged, much obliged.
3 সপ্তাহ পর শুনানি, দেওয়ালির ছুটির পর শুনানি প্রধান বিচারপতি জানিয়ে দিলেন এবং আজকে যে শুনানি হলো, সওয়াল জবাব হলো, তাতে সিবিআই এর স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট আবার জমা পড়লো, পঞ্চম স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট। সিভিক ভলান্টিয়ার নিয়ে প্রশ্ন প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে এবং সিভিক ভলান্টিয়ারের যোগ্যতা কি, কিভাবে তাদের নিয়োগ করা হয়, এইগুলো তাদের কিভাবে নিয়োগ করা হয়, তাদের ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড কি, তাদের বেতন কিভাবে দেওয়া হয়, সমস্ত পরবর্তী শুনানির দিন রাজ্যকে দিতে হবে, এরকমটাই নির্দেশ প্রধান বিচারপতির। এছাড়াও
Serious violation by a chief.
See what we can do with
Yes.
that.
given a next week, my lords, of November 6th for us to file our
We are heading for an interview. We'll close the proceeding here. We've spent enough time. We have a half an hour now.
But not may I just obligement. But not may I just
Please.
Indicating the next date.
In 3 weeks, we'll take it up after the Diwali holidays.
very
Lord, there are two issues of immense public importance that.
On the next date, please. On the next.
Very well, very well.
My Lord, may I just renew my request at liberty to approach the High Court? I don't want to be stuck, my Lord. I don't want to
We have said, if you want to do that, to pursue your remedies in accordance with law, we have said that.
Very well, my Lord. Much obliged, much obliged.
3 সপ্তাহ পর ফের মামলার শুনানি। সিভিক ভলান্টিয়ার নিয়ে রাজ্যের হলফনামা তলব এবং রাজ্য যা যা পরিকাঠামো নিয়ে যা যা রিপোর্ট দিয়েছে তাও পর্যবেক্ষণ, মন্তব্য। 31 অক্টোবরের মধ্যে আরজি করের শেষ হবে, আর 31 অক্টোবরের মধ্যে অন্যান্য মেডিকেল কলেজের পরিকাঠামো উন্নয়ন শেষ হবে। স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট জমা পড়লো সুপ্রিম কোর্টে, একেবারে লাইভ আপনারা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন। সুপ্রিম কোর্টে প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে ধর্ষণ খুন মামলায় এই মুহূর্তে শুনানি শুরু এবং সিবিআই যে চার্জশিট দিয়েছে সেই চার্জশিটের পরে এটাই প্রথম শুনানি। 7ই অক্টোবর চার্জশিট ফাইল করা হয়েছে, সেটারও উল্লেখ রয়েছে ওই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্টে। সিবিআই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট জমা দিলেন সলিসিটর জেনারেল। বিচারপতিদের 2 নম্বর পাতার রোমান 2 নম্বর পয়েন্ট দেখার অনুরোধ করলেন তুষার মেহতা। এখন সেই পর্বই চলছে, অর্থাৎ প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চে বিচারপতিরা, প্রধান বিচারপতি তারা সেই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট খতিয়ে দেখছেন। 7ই অক্টোবর চার্জশিট ফাইল করা হয়েছে, যে চার্জশিটে
page 5, Roman 5, last part, my lord, also may be relevant.
যে চার্জশিটে অভিযোগ জুনিয়র ডাক্তারদের কেন সন্দীপ ঘোষের নাম নেই, কেন টালা থানার প্রাক্তন ওসি অভিজিৎ মণ্ডলের নাম নেই, সেখানে সঞ্জয় রায়ের নাম রয়েছে চার্জশিটে, এটাই তাদের ক্ষোভের কারণ। সেই চার্জশিট জমা পড়েছে 7ই অক্টোবর শিয়ালদা আদালতে, আর এখন সেই চার্জশিটের উল্লেখ, চার্জশিটে যা যা আছে এই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্টেও তা আছে এবং প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ সেই স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্ট পড়ে দেখছেন। এর আগে দুবার শুনানি হয়েছে, কিন্তু এবার সিবিআই চার্জশিট দেওয়ার পরে 58 দিনের মাথায় সিবিআই চার্জশিট দিয়েছে। সেই 58 দিনের মাথায় সিবিআই চার্জশিট দেওয়ার পরে এই প্রথম শুনানি। আজকের শুনানির দিকেও জুনিয়র ডাক্তার, সিনিয়র ডাক্তার, রাজ্যের মানুষ তাকিয়ে রয়েছেন প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ কি বলে। পর্যবেক্ষণ বা মন্তব্য তার দিকেই তাকিয়ে রয়েছে এখন গোটা রাজ্য। এর আগের শুনানিতে কর্মবিরতি নিয়ে, প্রথম শুনানিতে কর্মবিরতি নিয়ে একটা পর্যবেক্ষণ দিয়েছিলেন, কড়া পর্যবেক্ষণ দিয়েছিল প্রধান বিচারপতির ডিভিশন বেঞ্চ। এবার কর্মবিরতি নিয়ে বা অনশন নিয়ে গতকাল ইন্দিরা জয়সিং, জুনিয়র ডাক্তারদের আইনজীবী, তিনি বলেছিলেন যে উদ্বেগজনক পরিস্থিতি, অনশন চলছে।